How are you guys all doing? All right. How is everyone doing? Welcome to Campus Live, presenting Campus Live. Share with your friends, do everything. We are going to do an Instagram giveaway, iTunes gift card, and I want you to send your crazy TikTok videos to Bethel Campus Live. Use that hashtag if you want. It's in the corner over here, and we're gonna actually do a TikTok of our own. All right, ready?
Me too.
All right.
Me too.
When I popped off, then you go give me just a little bit of life.
No, I really tried, but I'm so happy that you guys are all here. If you guys just keep on following and subscribing and do all of that.
Thank you, Joey. All right, remember to hashtag any crazy hat photo you got. I'm rocking an old school U of O hat with some signatures from some old awesome Duck football players. So hashtag Bethel Campus Live. You might win an iTunes gift card with that hashtag. So hashtag your crazy photo, Bethel Campus Live on Instagram. All right, I've got a first challenge for all of us here. We're going to see how well you know your Campus Life leaders. It's been a little minute, but I know you guys know these leaders pretty well. We're going to start off with Timothy McSwain. So all you Shasta peeps out there, I expect you guys to get a lot of these right. So you have to choose in the comment section which of these two options you think Timothy would prefer. All right, our first one. Does Timothy prefer Nintendo or PlayStation? Does Timothy prefer Nintendo or PlayStation? So type that out in the comment section. Let's see how well you know Timothy, if he prefers Nintendo or PlayStation. Type that out. I know all of you Xbox people out there are wondering where that option is, but Nintendo or PlayStation? All right. The answer is Timothy prefers PlayStation over a Nintendo. So if you got PlayStation right so far, you know Timothy pretty well. Our next question for Timothy, which would Timothy rather never to do again? Never cut his hair or never cut his toenails? So type out in the comment section which you think he'd prefer, never to cut his hair or never to cut his toenails. He would have to do either. Oof, I think both would be a pretty creepy image. I'm trying to get that out of my head right now, but we'll type it down below. How well do you know Timothy? If he would never cut his hair or if he had never cut his toenails? All right. The answer is never cut his hair. Never cut his hair. Trying to get that image out of my head. All right, moving on. If you guys know Emily, let's see how well you know Emily. True or false for Emily? Emily has gone on a motorcycle trip before. Type out in the comment section, Emily has gone on a motorcycle trip. True or false? A motorcycle trip. I know there's a few people in the comment section who have gone on motorcycle trips, Glenn being one of them. But the answer, whether it's true or false, if Emily has gone on a motorcycle trip, is false. She has not gone on a motorcycle trip, although she has ridden on the back of motorcycles. All right, the next question for Emily. Which movie does which movie does Emily prefer? Frozen 1 or Frozen 2? Which of those does she prefer more? Frozen 1 or Frozen 2? Into the unknown. Let's see if you know which one she'd prefer. Frozen 1 or Frozen 2? Type those out in the comment section below. If we can get a drum roll. The answer is Frozen 2. She enjoyed that one. Into the unknown. All right, moving on to the next leader. Let's see how well you guys know the leader, Andrew. Andrew. So which movie does Andrew prefer out of these two options? The Godfather or Endgame? Type out in the comment section which one would he prefer, The Godfather or Endgame? You might just have an idea of what he's binging right now as we're all hanging out at home. Which one is it, The Godfather or Endgame? All right, the answer is The Godfather. If you chose The Godfather in the comment section, you are doing awesome. Our second question for Andrew is a true or false again. True or false, Andrew has no siblings. True, he's an only child, or false, he does have some siblings. How well do you know Andrew? Write off in the comment section if it's true that he has siblings, or true that he has no siblings, or false that he has. All right. The answer is false. Andrew does have siblings. He does have some brothers and sisters. All right. Moving on to Joey, which you saw earlier on the screen. Which does Joey like more, sushi or cheeseburgers? If you catch Joey out there and he's eating some different foods, if it's going to be sushi or cheeseburgers, which one does he prefer? Type it down in the comment section below. Sushi or cheeseburgers? I was not sure for the longest time because I've seen him hanging out and eating sushi before, but I've also seen him eat like a huge cheeseburger. So I wasn't sure, but the answer is he'd prefer to eat cheeseburgers. So if you wrote cheeseburgers down in the comment section, you are doing great. The next question for Joey is, who is older, Joey or his sister Esther? Who is older, Joey or his sister Esther? So write that down below if Joey's older or if Esther is older. You know, for the longest time, I've heard so many people thinking that Esther is older, but that would in fact be wrong. Joey is older, so if you said that Joey is the oldest, then you would be correct. All right, we have a few more leaders for you. Annalise. Now, would Annalise prefer to talk to dogs or to cats? Would she prefer to talk to dogs or to cats? That would be pretty interesting to talk to my cat. I am not sure what that cat would say because he's a crazy cat. So type down in the comment section, would Annalise prefer to talk to dogs or talk to cats? The answer is she preferred to talk to dogs. So if you wrote down dogs, you are doing great. The next question for Annalise. Where would Annalise prefer to travel for vacation? The beach or the snow? Building snowmen, doing snow angels, or beach towel, hanging out, getting some sun. That sounds awesome right now, personally, for myself. But which do you think she would prefer for vacation? The beach or the snow? Be sure to type that down in the comment section below. Drum roll. The answer is the beach. She wants to go hang out in the sun. I don't blame her. That sounds pretty cool. All right, we've got 2 more leaders. Be sure to comment in the sections below. Esther is up next. So we talked about Joey already. Let's see about Esther. Which does Esther prefer to watch? TV shows or movies? So you might get an idea of what she's doing the last couple of weeks if she's watching mostly TV shows or movies. Which does she prefer to watch? Type that out below if it's TV shows or if you think that she prefers to watch movies. I know I just finished watching Endgame. I felt like that took about 4 hours, but it was 4 hours of awesome. All right. Hopefully you've had time to type that out below. The answer for Esther, which one she prefers, is movies. She prefers to watch movies rather than TV shows. Next up for Esther, what food does she not like to eat? So out of these two, mushrooms or sushi? So which one do you think that she doesn't like? Mushrooms or sushi? Raw seafood or that kind of weird textury mushroom? Which one does she not like to eat? Type it down below, mushrooms or sushi? All right, the answer is she does not care for mushrooms. So if you wrote that, you are doing great. You know Esther pretty well. Finally, we have Caleb. All right, all you Shasta peeps, let's see how well you know Caleb. Would Caleb rather have super strength or super speed? It's an age-old question. Which would he rather have, super strength or super speed? Type that down in the comment section below. Let's see how well you know Caleb. Super strength or super speed? And the answer is super strength. To be super strong, that would be pretty cool. Second question for Caleb. If Caleb could only play one of these games for the rest of his life, which would he choose? Super Smash or Legend of Zelda? If you could only choose one, Super Smash or Legend of Zelda? Those are 2 very noble options to choose from. I think for me, it would have to be Super Smash. I prefer the sword characters all day long. But type out below, which do you think, Caleb, if you could only choose one, Super Smash or Legend of Zelda? If you guys typed out Legend of Zelda, Congratulations, that is correct. You know Caleb pretty well. We're excited to continue to get to know you guys, even though we're hanging out in different houses. So be sure to talk to your campus life leaders, and then next time you can get all of those answers correct. All right, now I'm gonna move it over to Andrew, who's got some heads or tails for us. Andrew, take over.
Hey, I hope everyone's doing well. Like Nate said, I'm going to be running a game of heads or tails. So I got a $50 here, heads, and some tails. I'm going to flip it up, and then you guys are going to comment down below which one you think it landed on. All right. All right. And we got tails, everyone. If you got tails, you guys are still in the game. All right, we're going to go for the second round. Here we go. All right, comment down below what you think it is. All right, and it is tails. If you got tails, you guys are still in the game. All right, we're going to go again. All right, I'm going to give you guys some time to comment down below what you think it is. All right, and it is tails again. I know, it's surprising. I swear it's not a trick coin. It's a real coin. All right, we're going to do it one more time. Let's see what happens. All right, comment down below which one you think it is. All right, and it's tails. I don't know what keeps happening. We're going to try it one more time, and we're going to see if we can get anything else but tails. All right, so make sure you comment down below which one you think it is. All right, going to give you guys some time to comment. Is it going to be heads or is it going to be tails? Big drum roll, everyone. And it is heads. Good job, everyone. Hope you guys had fun. Hope you guys guessed well. And I'm going to move it on to Joey.
Gonna play a game, and you guys are gonna help me make a concoction of a drink, and I have a few options here. So we got some really bad items. We got a pickle, hot sauce, venison sausages, mayo, and we got a pie, cinnamon pie, some pineapple, some wonderful, delicious pudding. And then we got these awesome multi-grain bars. So I'm gonna first start with a bad one. Now tell me, out of these two, which one would you rather want? Would you like the hot sauce or the pickles inside my drink? Which one? Pickles? Oh, jeez. Oh, okay, there's one pickle. Oh, jeez. Okay, now let's go with a good one, okay? Would you rather me putting pudding or granola grain strawberry bars? Which one would you like? The pudding or the grain? All right, pudding it is. All right, as I'm putting this in, start deciding which one you want me to put in. The hot dogs or the mayo? Oh. Okay, either the mayo or the sausage hot dogs. I'm hearing the sausage hot dogs. Oh, jeez. All right, and for the last one, oh my word. Okay. And for the last one, pineapple or cinnamon cake? Which one, guys? You decide which one. Okay. Which one would you rather me put in the drink? All right, I'm getting the pineapple vibes. Oh, thank you guys. Okay, and for the last option, would you rather me put tomato juice or milk in this drink? And I'm getting tomato sauce. Oh my word. I don't know if I can do this. I am super nervous for this, but we're gonna see if this is gonna taste good. And for the moment you guys have all been waiting for. Oh my word. I don't know. Oh jeez. This is your guys' drink. Mm.
Hey guys, Timothy here with your announcements tonight. First of all, I have our winner of the TikTok video challenge, which is going to be on your screen now. Congratulations to our winner. Also, for our heads or tails game, we have that calculated. I've got our winner for that too. That'll be on the screen right now. Awesome. And remember, we have our video gaming Discord up for you guys to play some games with other friends and leaders. The link for that is on the screen. Be sure to join us for that. We can do some voice and text chat while we are playing games. It's a lot of fun. We've been doing that already for the last week and a half, and we've been having a lot of fun. We'd love for you to join us. And we want to stay in touch with you. If you have our phone number, it's been on all our flyers and all that throughout the year. Give us a call or a text. Stay in touch. We'd love to hear from you. You can also contact us on social media, and we'd love to talk to you. Speaking of social media, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube if you're not already. We would love to see you engaging with the content there, and we'd love to talk to you there as well. And remember that next week is PJ Night. We'll be back here on this YouTube channel for another live stream next Tuesday at 6:30, and we will be giving away prizes as well and playing some fun games again. So we hope to see you there.
Hey guys. Well, I've had a lot of fun. I think Joey drinking that and then running to the bathroom to barf was by far the highlight of my day, if not my week. That was pretty incredible. I think I can probably still hear Esther and Ro laughing from across the city too. That was super awesome. Oh man. Well, it's been super fun hanging out with you guys. Super fun. I've been having fun wearing my hat. I'm looking forward to next week as we're gonna rock some PJs. But before that, I wanted to share a few things with you guys. If I was to ask you guys that if in February if I was to say, hey, what if we had half of March and almost all of April off of school, where you get to stay home and watch Netflix and hang out on YouTube and play video games all day? Like, that would probably sound pretty awesome. But now that we're actually in the middle of it, it doesn't quite feel as awesome. Like, somehow something feels kind of weird. And we're in a crazy situation right now. There's so much going on. And I wanted this space to be a space where we can be honest, where it's a space where it's okay if you're feeling anxious, if you're scared, if your family's nervous, if you're frustrated, if you're feeling lonely. If you're like me, I've already missed going out to eat, like going out getting tacos or sushi. Sushi in Springfield's my favorite sushi place, and I've desperately wanted to go there, but I can't go there, and it's so frustrating, right? You spend more than like a week at home, and you start getting cooped up. So it's okay to feel those things. It's normal. It's natural to feel those things, and I want us to be honest, because when we're honest, that's where healing can begin. That's where growth can begin. And so I want us to be honest with ourselves, to be honest with others, and to be honest before God. Some of you might have a relationship with God, and some of you don't. I want tonight to be an invitation for you to be open and honest before God. There was a guy about 3,000 years ago or so. His name was David. And he lived in a royal palace, and he served the king. And he would play music for the king, and he would serve the king. And he did a great job at that. And everyone noticed that he did a great job at that. But eventually the king got jealous, and he saw how much attention David was getting. And so he became so angry and bitter that he even tried to kill David. And so David had to run away from his home, and literally people that he thought were his friends all of a sudden were trying to kill him. And so he didn't even know where he was going to sleep the next night. He didn't know where his next meal was going to come from, and he was scared. And David was an amazing poet and author of music, and so he would write songs and he would, and poems about this honest like emotions that he was dealing with. And I want to read one to you in Psalm 38, verse 11. It says, "My loved ones and friends stay away from me. Even my own family stands at a distance. Meanwhile, my enemies lay traps to kill me. Those who wish me harm make plans to ruin me. All day long, they plan their treachery." And so that's pretty honest, right? Like he's got so much going on, and he's freaking out. Just a few chapters later, though, a few poems and songs later, he writes this in Psalm 40. He says, "I waited patiently before the Lord to help me, and he turned to me and he heard my cry. He lifted me out of the pit of despair, out of the mud and the mire, and he set my feet on the solid ground. The Lord heard his cry." And so the invitation for us is that, man, God wants us to be honest before him. He can handle, even if your honesty is frustration with him, even if you just don't know what's going on and it's crazy, or you're angry, or you're scared, or you're excited and you're grateful for the food that you get to have and the shelter that you have. God wants you to be honest before him. He can handle that honesty, because that's what a relationship starts. It starts with honesty and having a conversation. Now, we did some trivia earlier about campus life leaders, and I know some of you guys know some of the stories of campus life leaders, and so some of this may be a review, but I know some of these stories are fresh for a lot of you, as you're about to hear. Some of the campus life leaders you know have had cancer, have had kidney stones, have had blood issues, have gotten infections, broken bones, and the list goes on and on. So many of us on this team have had health issues. I myself got the swine flu in 2009. It knocked me out so bad that like the only thing I could do all day was to get up once or twice a day to go to the bathroom, and it took it out of me. It was like I just ran a marathon. For some of you who were at camp this last summer, I was so sick that I had to leave camp, and I was sick for about a month and a half. And I went to the hospital, and I went to about 3 different doctors. And after I went to the third one, and they had no answers for me, I remember just falling down in the grass and just saying, man, God, I don't know if I'm ever going to feel normal again. I don't know if I'm ever going to feel healthy again. And that was a scary thought. But there were 2 things that brought me a peace and a comfort during that time. One was my relationship with God, knowing that He was there, that He loves me, that He cares for me. And then two was the community of people, the friends that I had who also loved God. They came alongside and they listened. They cried with me and they prayed for me. They asked God to heal me. And it wasn't this magical cure, but months later, I started to slowly feel better, just little bit by little bit. And eventually, I finally got some answers. But during that period, that like 2, 3 month period where I didn't have any answers, that was scary. But there was a peace that I had. And those other campus life leaders, even though all of our pain was different, we all share a peace because we know and have a relationship with God. We talk with Him. We talk with Him about the hard stuff, about the fun stuff. And that's the invitation that God wants to have with you. If you don't know Him, He wants to start a relationship with you. And that begins by being honest and just starting a dialogue. A relationship takes two people, and He's waiting for you to start that conversation. He wants to listen. He wants to give you peace. So I want to close our time with a story and a song. So the story, which the song is based on, is a friend of mine in high school. And I remember specifically it was a morning, and my friend walked into the room, and it was a group of about 15 people. And when we were doing like asking for any prayer requests, he asked for prayer. He said, I bonked my head and I went to the doctor because I thought I might have a concussion. And when they were checking out my head, they found that I had brain tumors the size of golf balls. And those brain tumors were soon causing him to have seizures at night. And he would wake up and the bed sheets would be all sweaty and he'd have to change the bed sheets. His brother had actually passed away from a similar disease. And he was scared. But one thing really stuck out to me, and I still remember it to this day, is he said, even though this is scary, I know that I have a God who loves me, and I trust Him even with this. And there's a peace that I have from knowing Him. And that just that changed my whole perspective at that point about sickness and about fear, because there is a peace that you can have. Doesn't mean life's perfect, doesn't mean the pain goes away, but there's a peace and a calm that you can have when you have a relationship with the Heavenly Father who loves you. And so I wrote a song inspired by my friend's story about 10 years ago. And I recorded it earlier today. I wanted to share that with you guys. And it's Seeing God's Face. It's the peace that comes from knowing Him. My friend ended up surviving and making it through that season. And so we're going to close with just watching that video. So we're going to cue up that video and just listen as the song shares that story.
Bible